Okay, this actually is a good one. And it's got a good commentary as well, so I'm going to turn it up and hope that you can hear this properly.
During Barack Obama's speech at 2012 AIPAC policy conference at the Washington Convention Center, the camera spotted a very odd individual, who may be either with the US Secret Service, or with Israel's, and could be a strong evidence of a shapeshifter alien humanoid working for the powers that be, caught in a high-definition video during an event of the Zionist cabal.
That guy was Lee Rosenberg. Rosenberg is a classic Jewish name. Yeah, he's the one that was caught on the other video that I didn't really debunk. I was just having fun with. He does look like a fucking Mekon, that has to be said. Right, let's carry on with this. The voice is good. I like the voice. It's very authoritative and strong. He's dropping conspiracy keywords left, right, and centre. Let's see what else is happening. Secret Service, the cabal, the works.
4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable.
There he is, swaying side to side. He looks a bit predatorial, but then...
Even though at first sight he looks just like the average Secret Service spook, a series of odd features on his head, face, plus a very strange behavior and creepy movements, suggest something else. But due to the low lighting in half the amphitheater, he would pass unnoticed or regarded as a normal human being by the crowd, and everybody who watched this video, if it was not by the camera of the Jewish News One, which caught him from another angle apparently shape-shifting into some sort of reptilian non-human form.
Oh, you know it's coming now. We've got drama music. There's the back of his head. Right. He said it was the Jewish news feed in high definition, but there's no way this is HDef. And again, if these shapeshifters, if their technology breaks down slower than 24 frames per second, they wouldn't be standing around amid 24 frame per second cameras. It's obvious it's going to bust you. And what is to stop one of these conspiracy guys? Okay, say you've got them, they're busted every now and again. 24 frames per second is fast enough to catch their disguise breaking down. Why not go in there with a decent camera, record them at 100 frames per second, and walk out with irrefutable proof? There's nothing to stop you from doing that. So I don't... This constant speculation and conjecture based on grainy images falls short when you actually have a path to prove what you're saying. Okay, let's have a look at this guy. Yeah, man, where's his nose going? He looks like Lord Voldemort right now. I'll agree with that. But this is not
all the distortions and image artifacts caused by post-edition zooming.
What do you know? If you're going to say disregard all the distortions caused by whatever you said, zooming and post-edition, blah blah blah. Okay, what am I disregarding and what am I keeping? What's the choice? If I'm going to disregard all the distortions, I might actually be disregarding the whole image. Okay, let's get on with this.
And pay close attention to how his head features suddenly change. His ears, his nose.
No, I'm not having that, I'm not having that. Let's go back just a second. You can see where his neck is. You can see his neck there, you see his, whatever, his adamant apple sticking out. And as he turns his head, it goes into shade. That's part of what makes him look so goddamn freaky. This shade here.
His nose, his chin, cheekbone, jaw and mouth are no longer looking human at all.
Well, they do. They kind of do.
Matter of fact, now he has a blatant non-human face. So what just happened?
I don't know, but we need genuine HD footage if we're gonna say draw conclusions on this.
Did his shape-shifting device fail during Obama's speech, in the middle of an amphitheater crowded with people?
I doubt it.
Is he an actual reptilian humanoid? Is he one of the Anunnaki? Is he a tall grey bio-android?
Right. The Anunnaki. I've got to take issue with that, because Anunnaki is the very first guy to translate the Sumerian tablets, came up with these Anunnaki stuff. Anunnaki were from another planet, and where we get Nibiru from and all this. And they would take people up into the sky, and there's a whole, there's a whole history of how they were at war with each other and all this kind of stuff, and they wanted gold to save their world, blah blah blah. But that translation has never been corroborated. It was used to sell a book, to sell many copies of the book, but it's never been corroborated. Nobody else has come up with the same translation. Plus, the Sumerian tablets are mostly receipts, tickets, the corn sales, stuff like that. It's just crap. And the ones that are to do with, I suppose, art and culture and history are so scattered, you don't get, they're very small, they are just a cylinder each, you don't get a continuous timeline. You wouldn't get history as depicts the Anunnaki as this guy came up with. It looks like he made it up. And that's out there. That's the genuine academic information. So you can't then say about this blurry image, is he Anunnaki? No, he's not. There's no way he's Anunnaki. You could show him. This could be a high def image of a genuine Mekon-looking motherfucker, but there's no way. He would not be Anunnaki, because Anunnaki is basically debunked.
What? Is that video evidence that the Illuminati elite is in bed with at least one ancient extraterrestrial race, hidden in plain sight, and pulling the strings of mankind?
Well, that's an awful lot of add-ons, to catch a blurry image of something that might not be human, and then add all that other stuff onto it is an awful lot of leaping around and gathering together of disparate information, and some of which is not true. Aliens have to be true. It's not. I don't think it's feasible for there to be an entire universe with only one planet of living stuff on it. But it just isn't proof.